Hey there folks, and welcome back to the Monapia Campaign. Last time we took on some of the northern tribes, getting ourselves some additional groups of nobles, or I guess one more group of nobles from Taxalia to sell off, make some money to fund our city in Manawia. The city built literally by the slave trade of the nobility. Rather a grim origin story, but it's going to be worth it to have our island capital become a bit of an island fortress. Very excited about that. Also thinking about, once I am able to build a level 3 port, what kind of ship composition or navy composition I think would be best. I've been rolling with the frontal assault tactic, which does benefit triremes / galleys quite a bit, but if I were to switch it up, I'd probably want to switch over to naval envelopment and go for a mixed hexade trireme / galley. I may say trireme and galley interchangeably. There are two different words for the same type of ship. A mixed hexarray trireme strategy. That could be good. I do think that if I'm going to have medium ships available, it would be better to go for hexarrays compared to tetrarays. I should have the money and the general naval aptitude to pull that off. Not sure yet. This is a little ways away still because we don't have our city built yet. What we need to do is actually check that we're recording. We are. Yet to fail to do that. And let's go ahead and unpause. What we're waiting for right now is the military to become available once it... Oh. Why did the family stop being upset? Did they adopt the character that I... Hold on. Hold on. How did... What? That was the magistrate. This guy is not a family character. I think I think the family that was upset, the Marganii, I think they may have adopted one of these characters because they now suddenly have... Yeah, because I was waiting on Kaeltrim to come of age. I think they adopted one of the researchers because... Yeah, I think this researcher is one of my Meritus researchers. In terms of being like a meritocratic character, not a family character. So I think they literally... This family just unscorned themselves by adopting this researcher. That's actually kind of cool. I don't think I've really seen that happen before. I forget, but all the different characters in this game are actually doing things behind the scenes. And I think everyone forgets about that. But it's a pretty big part of why the internal affairs of your nation in this game is so, like, it's like on a Lovecraftian scale, complicated and sort of obtuse. Yeah, check this out. I think this guy... No, it wasn't him. It must have been the other guy. Yeah, check this out. Boudica and Kamios. Take a look at this. No, hold on. Yeah, Boudica. There she is. And Kamios. This guy, the characters are in the wrong order because he just was adopted today, and so his characters haven't been put in the list in the right way. That's actually pretty interesting. I did not expect to see that, but cool. Happy to see that. What I was saying earlier is the complexity of the character. I mean, the interactions going on behind the scenes. Fortunately, most of what the characters are doing is just scheming to do different things to each other. Very rarely are the character schemes severe enough to like affect your nation on the bigger level, but you do always have to be kind of aware of that, and it could always be an issue. Speaking of scheming, caught red-handed. Hauled in front of the clan council, Taskiawanis Urkus, who is our high priest, is a sorry sight. Caught with rusty spike in hand, he is said to have been ready to strike down Damnacus Marganus, our elder, in a brutal act of violence. Luckily, passers-by were quick enough to act and prevent this terrible deed. And we now have the unenviable task of passing judgment on the wicked Taskiawanis. Well, getting some loyalty for this pretty important character could be good. Is he a great family character? Let's find out. I think the Urkii. Yeah, he's actually the head of the Urkii, so his loyalty is quite important. Alright. Actually, the game didn't pause when this popped up, I just realized. Not that it matters in this case, but... Yeah, we're not going to imprison a family head. It's not happening. I'd rather secure his loyalty. Anyways. So we're still waiting until, I think, April 8th Is that the day? April 7th. That was pretty close. Take a quick look and see how our culture is doing. Still no Monapians to be found. Actually, hold on. Let me actually look at it like this. There are 3 Druidic Monapians still. Okay, so the Monapians have just been redistributed around the world, but there is still 3. That'll grow sooner or later. Let's take a look and see how my assimilation is doing. 0.84 per month. If we can get to 1 per month at least, that's like a good start. Then it's 100 months, which is not very fast, but it is something. We're gonna have to find some ways to boost up our assimilation. I think one strategy I'll employ, and one nice thing about building a city here before I actually leave the tribal stage, is while I'm a tribe, I'm allowed to move tribesmen around like I can move slaves around, as you've seen me do many times. What I could do is, once I build a city here, fill Monapia with assimilation buildings as much as I can, and then, as possible with my very low population, slowly shuffle. I guess that being said, though, that won't really help because I can't assimilate more than 1 population at a time, so that actually wouldn't really help at all. But the idea, though, isn't a bad one. Having Monapia be an assimilation location, and as like non-slaves in Monapia, actually even with slaves, as tribesmen or slaves in Monapia convert, I actually move them elsewhere and replace them with non-Monapian population. Because, I guess, technically speaking, another way I could do this is with the provincial legations. I don't really use these buildings at all, and I have enough money at the moment to do stuff with them. Obviously, I'm saving money, so it's not like I missed out on doing this, but I think that's the main building available to tribes. Actually, I think non-tribes can build these too. Yeah, actually, I'm sure that they can. I may actually build provincial legations. This is a pretty expensive venture. What I could do is pick a spot like Boness that's near the border that I can move Pop to, and then move Pops to Calchau for this province and move them into Boness. Have a... Actually, Boness is going to be a city, though, so maybe not Boness specifically. Maybe Calchau itself. Build a provincial legation, move Pops over as possible to assimilate them faster. That being said, again, all that matters is I have at least 1 Pop at a time that's assimilating. That doubles the speeds. That's quite substantial. Also, 25% civ level from this. Oh my gosh, the civ level bonuses for these buildings are kind of crazy. Port only gives 3%. Holy moly. Yeah, wow. This might be worth exploring. I haven't really had the... I mean, even if I have the money, obviously I'm saving my money right now. It's not like I've missed out by not doing that yet, but it is an option for me because population assimilation is an important goal in this campaign. Yeah, we shall see. But for now, no need to... Yeah, so... Anyways, putting all that aside, I do still want to attack Rabogdia, who I have a claim on, right? Yep, I have a claim on the Northern Irish. So that should be pretty good. I think we spawn on Monapia, and then... What did I say before? Oh, they're building a slave estate here. I'm going to wait for that, like I did in the second episode. That's worth waiting for. That's a free slave estate. Slave estates aren't... So in terms of comparing the different types of buildings, I'm just going to wait, by the way, to raise my forces till this is done a bit further in the year. Shipwrecked. We'll look at that in a moment. Slave estates versus... so the different economic buildings, I think there may have been an episode of the Carpetania campaign where I talked about this, but I'll talk about it again because I don't expect everyone to go sort of search through the Carpetania campaign to find that episode. I don't even remember what episode it was. In terms of settlement buildings, let's spend a moment just to talk about the different options we have. So fortresses, we all know what that does. It does reduce local manpower a little bit, but it's worth it for the strategic bonuses. You get 1 fort level per fortress, and you get extra fort defense to help out in combat, and a little bit of civil, only 2%. It's very, very minor. Ports, we all know what these do. You can recruit ships from them. They also increase the ship recruit speed per level, so that 15% ship recruit speed is a default amount, and then each level of port increases it further. 3% civ level, little tiny migration and attraction and speed bonus, so that makes people come to that tile a bit more. And you start to build up your trade routes through ports. And then the other ones here, so actually let me talk about mines, farming settlements, and slave estates. These are your resource buildings. I don't know why barracks are here, but whatever. I wish the way it was laid out, by the way, on this screen here, is the resource buildings and the fort being up top, and then the port with the economic, sort of other economic buildings on the bottom. I guess I'd call these the non-resource buildings, because you have to... Anyway, that's a very minor point. So these two, farming settlement and mine, give you 10% civ level. Slave estate gives you 15%. Mine and farming settlement are basically mirrors of each other. They both give one extra copy of the resource by default. They both reduce the surplus, slave need for surplus, by 5, so this makes it pretty feasible. Without a mine or a farming settlement, you really have to pack a tile with slaves to get surplus in Inuictus. They also both increase migration attraction, which I'm fairly sure is attraction to leaving the area. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. Maybe it is coming to the area. I'm not entirely sure. That doesn't matter that much, though, because I'm going to plan to move slaves over to mines and farms more than wait for them to show up. Also, for some reason, they both reduce pop migration speed in the tile, so I'm not sure what that's about. And then lastly, the farming settlement does, as you might imagine, increase the food modifier for the tile, so in my experience as a tribe, food matters so little. I actually just noticed this. Maybe I'll have to revisit that. Anyways, so that's something for us to keep in mind with that. Now, slave estates are interesting basically for any resource that isn't mineable or farmable. If you want to take advantage of the resource and get extra copies, such as, for example, valuable luxury resources or resources like woad that are pretty rare, I might build slave estates or use slave estates on the woad tiles. Slave estates, they reduce the slave surplus by 3, so it's not as powerful as the 5. You also don't get an extra copy right away, but you can actually use slave estates to at least get the default copy and a surplus copy pretty reasonably, as long as you have enough slaves available. Migration attraction, pop migration speed, same modifiers. Civ level's a little bit higher for some reason. Also, you get a food modifier, which is kind of nice, and a slave output bonus. So if you were playing a truly meta, like, slave tax economy style game, you could build slave estates all over the place to get crazy slave output. But in my experience, it's a lot better to rely on money through commerce than money through tax, at least in my personal playstyle. I prefer to use resources as copies to sell for trade, more so than the tiles themselves, although working with trade is certainly possible as well. So those are the 3 sort of resource buildings. On most tiles, on any tile that can be farmed or mined, I'll probably do that, unless there's a really strategic reason to build a fort or a port there. Of course, I can always replace buildings later, but it is expensive. And then for resources like woad that I really want to have extra copies to sell, anything that has a higher value in the market, I might build slave estates or use slave estates, but of course I don't have to necessarily. The other 3 buildings I almost never work with, and that's why I just remembered the provincial legation might help me here. So barracks, 5% civ level, extra manpower, reduces pop migration speed, which I think... Okay, only barracks do that. Provincial legation increases pop migration speed by quite a bit. Anyways, the barracks reduces pop migration speed, 5% civ level, 20% manpower, freeman happiness, and freeman desired ratio. I feel like barracks are okay for post-tribal, but during the tribal stage, you don't really want to be screwing around with freeman desired ratio in your settlements. You have so few freemen, you gotta keep them in your cities where they're a bit more productive. You want your tribesmen to be living out in the settlements, not freemen. So unless you're playing as like Rome and you have these giant super tiles right at the start where you can build barracks and make tons of manpower. I mean, Rome already doesn't have manpower problems, but putting that aside, I don't really think barracks are going to be part of my strategy. Tribal settlements and provincial legations. I think tribal settlements are a pretty solid, just kind of default option if you have lots of money and you want to improve your sort of tiles as a tribe. I don't know what circumstance that would be. That sounds like a weird situation because tribes don't usually have lots of money, but if you wanted to, you could. Let's see here. Yeah, tribal settlements, 25% civ level, that's pretty big. Actually, provincial legations give that too. 10% pop capacity. You can basically use a tribal settlement to turn a settlement tile into a pseudo-city with lots of tribesmen, and very happy and productive tribesmen too. So if you've got a ton of tribesmen in a tile, this is pretty good. I think of all the buildings I've looked at here, provincial legations for my non-resource tiles, or I mean every tile is a resource, the tiles that I don't care as much about the resources on, this is a pretty solid option. So pop assimilation speed 100%. That's going to really dramatically speed up the assimilation through with the other bonuses that I've got too. So let's take a location like Calchow as an example. So it's 0.56 per month, so that's compared to Manawia's 0.84 per month, mainly because it's the capital territory. So this is in the same province, so we know capital territory refers to the actual settlement tile. So 0.56 per month is sort of the default all over the place. This is very slow. If I built a provincial legation here, this should go up to something like 1.12 or something like that, which is a lot faster. It's 100% faster, in fact. And I could find other population bonuses around here elsewhere. So, or I could find other pop assimilation bonuses in the game somewhere to help out. Anyways, so that's a long rant about, or not, a long kind of explanation of these buildings. I think I may mess around with provincial legations later on when I'm not saving up money to build the city of Manawia. And I think fortifying Manawia is a bigger priority than building a provincial legation in Calchow. I do think Calchow is a great location to build and to have sort of be my designated provincial legation location, because it, if I built it in Boness, which will be a city later, becoming a city would destroy the provincial legation because this is a settlement-only tile. It's not a city tile. So, like, for example, forts and ports, they transition into when the tile becomes a city, and it's not a big deal. Or but things like mines or slave estates, they only can exist in settlements. So we just gotta keep that in mind. Calchow is unlikely to ever be a city, but it is pretty central. Not that that matters, but it is next to another province, which does matter. So I can move population over to Calchow. I can have Calchow be my designated Monapianization location. So, anyways, we'll revisit that later. Shipwrecked. One of Monapia's most renowned merchant traders, Drapes Caractacus, which is a phenomenal name, has appeared before a clan council in tears. He tells of a huge shipment of exotic fruits which sank beneath the roiling waves on a journey from Taxilon, Akron to Polai. In Istria? This guy was going to Istria? Holy moly, dude, that's quite the journey. Also, I don't like what I'm seeing over here. Let's not look at Rome right now. He beseeches us to cover at least some of the losses in order to preserve the reputation of Monapian trade throughout the world. So I do like the idea of preserving Monapia's reputation. This is very much an event where the roleplay option is to just help him out, but I'm not sure it's that big of a deal. This guy isn't an officer. He's just some guy, as I like to say. Not very impressive. He could become an officer if I wanted to. Or I could do this. 20 gold for one import route in Taxalia. That's pretty big because I'm unlikely to get an import route up here for quite a while. That's a really good deal. Even though I'm trying to save money, I'm about to make some more money from enslaving nobles, so let's offer up to buy his failing trade empire. Now we've got one import route up here. Very exciting. What do I want to trade for? Probably just something for money. Yeah. What's the most valuable resource available? Maybe wine? Although I'd actually probably want to trade for livestock. I think livestock is the most valuable and most useful resource because it's extra food. Yeah, I can't trade for, like, anything that would help me otherwise. Yeah, I think I'll trade for livestock up here. From the Belgae. Okay, a little bit of money. Alright, so now we're waiting for... Yeah, I started this big discussion about settlement buildings because I saw they were building a slave estate. So this is an example where I probably wouldn't have built a slave estate in Voluntia Borealis super fast because it's just horses in the marsh. So I'm not too excited about that. But since they're building it anyways, I may as well wait for that. You know, no reason to get in the way of that, you know. So what I can do instead is take the extra time and actually raise my forces. And in fact, I could actually, you know what? I could raise them in Monapia. Or, yeah, of course. I mean to say I could raise them in this section of Monapia on Hibernia, because this is actually part of the same region. So I could raise them right there. And in fact, I think... increase pay... Ooh, turn on my fort. I almost forgot about that. Turn it on even more. Turn it on extra for the bonus there. All right, so I think what we do. God damn it, alright. Whatever, this is fine. Oh no! I knew it! I called it. I knew the game would do this to me. This is outrageous. That guy, literally, it's 10 years stewing in anger because I wouldn't make him a general. And I want him to be a general. He's a good character. And we're trapped with this joker. I wonder... Perhaps the Morganii clan needs a new chief. He's super disloyal too. He's confident and he's skeptical. Why can't he have traits that lower loyalty and increase his military ability? Well, the issue here is if I make him a rival, he'll be disloyal. God. Alright. Change of plan. Well, actually, with the Blania's help, it should be okay. I'm sure Blania has an okay general around somewhere. Let's wait until we finish Northern Ireland, and then we'll deal with this Spiritual Marius situation. I think what I'll do is I'll rival him, so that after we finish these wars, I'll rival him and then go about assassinating him, just to literally replace him with somebody with better martial, because I'm stuck with him in that slot for now. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Things I do for Monapia. Yeah, just get over here. This little characters. You gotta be kidding. Are you kidding? So you waltz in here with your stupid chin beard, take up my commander slot, and now you're gonna be disloyal? Christ, alright, what do I do here? So even if I can't bribe without wealth on talent, I can give stipends. That's one option I have. This would boost up the loyalty of the whole family, so that's kind of nice. I'm gonna give him a holding. No way. Free hands is free. Yeah. He'll gain corruption, but in theory, this is a temporary problem. Alright, I'm giving you free hands. Don't screw around. Sheesh. Get over here. Do we have enough food? 12th of August. Alright, so on the 12th of August, we'll declare war. Actually, I could declare it a little earlier because I'll march in there. I'm going to march into this spot. I might depopulate it, though. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to go here at all. I'm worried about depopulating it, because then I lose the building, and that's the whole point of delaying the war, is to get that building. So, actually, I might depopulate this, though, if I take it. This low population thing is really not working for me. It's so hard to deal with the low population. Alright. I think we actually just post up here in Wilmington Orientalis, wait for them to cross over, and then maybe we can block them. Even if I don't control this, maybe I can still block them. I don't know. Either way. We'll wait for Blania to join us. Carthage? Really? Alright, Carthage wants to import my stone. Bit of a distant trade partner for them, but alright. Absolutely. Hell yeah. I said that with so much surprise. Carthage? Alright. That's pretty exciting. We've got some Carthaginian friends. Well, at least trade partners. I guess that one guy was going on a merchant voyage to Istria, so clearly Monapia's naval prowess is truly become known. Now the Admiral's disloyal. Are you kidding me? I can't... what the hell do I do about this? Is he in a family, or is he... He's in a family, or he's in the Bulgai family. That's my family. You asshole. Come on. Don't... What is it? What? Stop it. Alright, I gotta deal with this right now. I can't have my Admiral be disloyal. That's a huge problem. Actually, hold on. Oh wait, no, never mind. There's just two characters that look identical. I think what I have to do is... Let's see. I gotta find a character in my family that I can do an action towards that affects the whole family in order to get this guy's loyalty up. Let's see. Can I not do that? Because it's my family. This is it. I mean, in this war, it shouldn't matter that much, but I can't have my... Yeah, I can't have him be disloyal. That's... What's the issue here? So, tyranny is affecting it a little bit. We're just barely into disloyalty. I think on the next monthly tick, he might get back up to 33, but this is a huge issue. He got another trait, and he got arrogant. God, this guy's such a problem. Character, culture, happiness, power base. Why can't I pay off his veterans? That would be nice. I wish I could do that. I can't get free hands because he's not an officer. This is such a mess. If I was only his friend, this wouldn't be an issue. I guess I'll try to become his friend again. That's all I can do at the moment. I just gotta hope that next month he becomes loyal so I can fire him. Also, let's go ahead and declare war. Oh, let's not click on myself. Alright, we're gonna call in, well... Yeah, we're gonna call in everybody. May as well. I want to keep these relationships strong. If I don't call in Briganti, I'm worried that they were... Because while we're in war together, they have really high opinion of me. I need to make sure I keep topping that off. But Ablani is the main person to call in. I gave them military access? Oh, whoops. Now we wait for that. Okay. Kind of a sloppy episode today. Not a fan of that. Once this guy's disloyal, I'm changing commander instantly, and we'll deal with him. Gladiator. If I can befriend him, I'll put him back in charge. PI. Previously, oh yeah, I think we've read these events before. Buy him and gift him. September. Oh, it's literally 32.99. This is very irritating. At least he's not like going off in the middle of nowhere. He's just going up to my northern territory. This is fine. I don't need this navy for this war, but this is clearly not going to work for very long. Sheesh. All right. Got some mutiny going on in the Monapia campaign. By the way, I hope you like my my sort of nautical themed episode naming convention. I'm very proud of it. I put a lot of thought into it. All right, declare war. We're going to bring in these guys. Now we don't have that 40 stability or whatever the hell that was. That insane malice. As my stability improves, also the cultural happiness will improve. So next month, this guy should be back into loyalty, I hope. If I can befriend him, I'll keep him as admiral. If not, I may fire him. Let's go for it. Declare war on Rabagdia. There we go. Alright. Now, the naval maintenance is turned off, but in theory, I'm not fighting anybody with any ships, so we should be fine. I think what we do is tentatively... No, they're going to spawn. I think we actually go over to... Actually, yeah, we go over to... We should have actually been in Dorinia Borealis. Well, yeah, let's go over to Dorinia Borealis. Tell the guys to attach to me. In fact, actually, hold there for a moment. You follow him. Alright. My goal is to draw them into Monapia Orientalis. Maybe I can force an attack here, making an impression. Alright, so we've seen these events before. Lose 10 PI. That's fine. There's the mercenary squad in the ruins of Oblana. Okay, interesting. Alright, this guy's loyal again. Oh my god, alright. I'm gonna bring him back. I will keep him here because I actually don't think I have any good alternatives. Yeah, 6? Yikes. You know, I might actually, because this is the one office I can do this for, I might actually do that cultural decision where I spawn a good Master Mariner. It's 20. That's a lot of my military experience, and I haven't even really talked about military experience yet, but I don't know how good this will be. And I'm not sure it'll be like a better character loyalty-wise. I think we wait until the friendship event is done, and if we don't befriend Donis the second time, since we tried it once before, we'll replace him with a Master Mariner spawned character. Because 20 military experience is pretty hard to get, so 20 military... Oh, you know what? If these guys split like this, I will take the attack into the... over the river into the marsh. Caledonia's terrain is so, like, rugged. All this, like, these rivers were all over the place. What a mess. Alright. Once these guys are... Wait until they're locked in. Now they're locked in. Three, four, okay, yeah, no crazy generals. I guess I just want to draw him back, because I don't want them to go around ravaging, like, Alt-Clit and Garthwies while my navy isn't around to block them. So we gotta take this fight. Game thinks this is not a super good fight, but what it will do is it will draw Rebuggia back over the strait. Once I control this tile and this tile, fighting in Hibernia is much easier, because then I can use the straits as part of my strategy, but not to be for now. Once these guys arrive, I'll just assault this and get it really quick. Come back. Return. The benefits of power. I think it's worth doing this. Let's get some tyranny. It's fine. Any chance I can to befriend that guy, it's worth it. Alright. I'm gonna take some damage here, but it's worth it to get this win. Are they going straight for Boness? Okay, I'm not sure about that. Once these guys arrive, we will assault immediately. Once we've got the numbers, because I don't want them to siege down Boness. Oh, hold on. Brigantia might actually fight them up here. Maybe I don't need to assault. If I do... Terribly vexatious indeed. Alright, you're getting replaced. Get out of here, Donis. First, I'm gonna see what caliber... If I get... Is he disloyal again? Oh, God. What now? Oh, the tyranny. Oh, no. I totally forgot the tyranny is going to screw this up. God damn it. This guy is such a problem. All right. Well, now I don't need to bother hiring a new guy or spawning a new guy with, because I can't even replace him. Well, if he just stays there, I guess that's fine. It's not like I'm... Actually, if this was on full amount... Oh, you know what? This is a problem, though, because if one of those pirate fleets comes by... Yeah, this is the danger of having a disloyal admiral, because now this navy is extremely vulnerable because I can't pay them, because the game thinks I sort of don't have a navy, so... Actually, let me also go ahead and lower fort maintenance now. I think it's probably fine. Yeah, I just gotta replace this guy. As soon as he's loyal again, which will be sometime soon, I'm gonna replace him. Alright. Now, I think what we do is we just do the assault immediately. Get the 3 levies here. Small garrison. Let's just go for it. Please don't depopulate. Oh, I'm okay, depopulation did not occur. We got the sack. Let the looting be gentle. Oh, all right. No depopulation here. Very good. All right. Sue for peace. Oh, please. I'm so worried about these guys occupying this and then getting it. Maybe on the monthly tick. I just gotta wait for this to transfer over to me. Should be soon. Let's head back to Voluntia Orientalis for now. Really? We took Boness? Ooh. I'm a bit worried about depopulation. This should be fine once we get this. Brigantia is going to re-siege Boness. It's going to be totally fine. No, stop going back there. Let it get taken, please. Yes, alright. Get me out of this war. Alright. Rabogdian, Hibernia, Septentrionalis to Monapia. Sue for peace. Yes, please. Alright. There we go. Prisoner leaders. Is this going to be enough? This might be enough. I think we're seeing it this episode. Well, that's a lot of prisoners. Let one day go by. Okay. Now. I actually didn't take that much damage on this army. It's only 300 losses. I could just push onward and start the war against Winiknia while my allies are around here. Winiknia or Voluntia. What I'd probably want to do, let's see here. This is still an issue though. Now, these guys don't have any ports, so this shouldn't endanger things, but while the fleet is just stuck here, I can't move it, because it's just loyal. I just don't have an answer to this. What can I do, you know? Well, I do just want to clean up Northern Hibernia, just get it under my control. Although we may have some loyalty problems around here. Ah, man. What do I do now? I think what I should do... I think I should just do the war immediately while I got... Well... Let's see how much we recover in the monthly tick. Not much. Okay, here's the issue. If I sell all those people to make money to build the city in Manawia, my tyranny goes through the roof, and then I definitely don't get Donus Bulgius back. Him controlling the fleets like this is a huge problem for me, because this fleet is extremely vulnerable while it's just sitting out there with no morale. It's at 0.60. So I desperately need Donus Bulgius to return to loyalty so I can... I should have fired him while he was loyal that one moment. I was greedy. I thought, oh, I don't know, like fire him and rehire him, but it wouldn't have mattered. That was a big mistake. I should have fired him the moment he was loyal again. I could roll the dice on bringing him to trial. If I lose, my tyranny gets further screwed up, and he becomes basically permanently disloyal, and he may start a civil war, which is obviously bad. I could try to assassinate him, but he's literally my best character to be admiral, so that's not ideal. But it takes a long time also to attempt to assassinate, and it costs a lot of resources. If I commit to this, I'm screwing up my tyranny and my AE for quite a while. And I lose scheme influence for the duration that this is being planned. I don't remember how long this takes, but it does take a while, which I gotta become his friend. My only hope is to befriend him. So while he's sitting here in the Mare Hibernicum pouting, and I'm trying to become his friend, I think we push on while these armies are up. Yeah, I think we go for it. Now, I think our plan should be to... Let's increase fort maintenance. Yeah, let's... Okay, let's do it like this. Let's declare war on Voluntia. Because the thing is, I just want to get this cleared up before I start to address my tyranny. So let's actually... The other thing we should do, so if he becomes our friend, that should increase his loyalty quite a bit, and it should overcome the tyranny, so I can safely sell off those characters now, since I'm committing to this plan. Sell off the ones who have any value, not you. I sell you. Definitely sell you. I'll come back to you. We'll see. You are a literal baby, so I'm gonna release you. I need one more. Let's do these last two. Alright. Now, tyranny doesn't affect loyalty a huge amount, but it does have an effect. So I need, if I was planning to just naturally bump him back up through a gradual loyalty gain, doing that now would have been the bad call. What I can do now is build the city in Monapia. Here we go. All 7 buildings torn down. A new trade good is produced, so we're going to switch from fish to something else. Cross your fingers for woad. I don't know if woad can be generated by building a city, but we shall see what we get. We found a city in Monapia. Yep. Alright, that's all of my money. So I think what I should do... Yeah, let's go to war. Very risky to do this while the Navy is out of action like this, but... I mean, we're trying to become his friend. That's going to happen whether or not we're at war. So being at war won't actually affect our chance to become his friend. I think we can also just re-attempt to become his friend on whenever it becomes available again until he becomes our friend. Yeah, this is a pretty big issue. I think after... Next time he's loyal, I will immediately fire him. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice, and I'm going to spawn a maritime character, fingers crossed, somebody with good stats and good naval traits to replace him. Going to be painful to lose that guy, but at the end of the day, we are playing as a little tribe, even if we are doing quite well in this campaign. I got to remember that my character options are pretty limited, especially because I don't have access to female officers. So, anyways, let's go to war. I think we set Mutiny as the war goal. Yeah, let's do it. They're going to bring in Monapia. Ablania won't do it. They have a truce. Oh, right. I totally forgot about this. They have a truce with Mutiny too. No, that's not. Hold on. Mutiny. They actually don't have a truce with Mutiny. Okay, we're going to attack Mutiny. Hold on, I have a truce. No, I have military access. Wait, hold on. Mutiny, cancel military access. You guys too, okay. I literally had to do this earlier, so I don't know why I forgot to do that again with these two. Okay, now we're definitely gonna have to wait. But I think we just wait 1 month, and then we declare war on Mutiny, but we launch the attack into Monapia. If I had my boats here, I could land with the attack, but I think it should be fine. We keep this fort up here, by the way, just so that there's one more thing for the enemy to have to deal with. We have enough money to sustain this at the moment. Build back up our morale, build back up our numbers. Should be fine. 31st of January. Okay. Are you going up to the meeting? This guy's gonna go post up there. I guess that's okay. As long as he's like in the dock, I'm okay with that. That's a lot safer, so that's fine. Go hide out in Taxilon, Akron, Donis. Pay more PI to this guy. What a nightmare. Alright. 31st of January. We're doing it before they get more allies. Bring everybody in. Monapia joins. Okay. Wait, the insular Celtic local power of Mutiny and Monapia have all rallied together to defend this war. Alright, so fortunately Ablania is about to be unblack flagged in just a moment. They're going to arrive there in a couple days. We should both be able to come into Ismanian at the same time now. Fortunately, these guys don't have any great generals, so we should be able to get Ismanian before Brigantia shows up. They're walking back down right now, so maybe they'll do an about face and come back up. We shall see. Alright, let's go ahead and also keep her... Yeah, we can't do anything with that, so just go hide up there, please. That would be fine. Alright, we're almost at 2,000, so should be fine. These guys should come back. Join me here. Okay. It should be fine now that they're coming up. I think this is wrong. I think the game is incorrect about this. It's us and also Ablania. 20th, 22nd. It's going to be a painful fight, but we should... They've got 2,000? I thought they had 1,500. Engage them. Come on. Okay, this is not the victory I was expecting. What's the issue here? Yes, I know we're crossing a river and it's in the forest. You know what? It's the 6 Marshal. I keep thinking that we have a 9 Marshal General, but we don't. Alright, back up. Yeah, we're pulling back. You know what? This war might have actually been a mistake. I'm not in the right position. You know what I should have done? I should have waited until I dealt with the general situation. Yeah, this is bad. Now, Brigantia does have some good generals, and their 10 Marshal General is actually the one walking over right now. Though I'm not sure where they're going. They're going north. Very mysterious. And I just used all my money to build the city, so I can't hire mercs. I think we go hide in Voluntia Orientalis for now. You know what? If my fleets wasn't disloyal, I could be blocking the strait right this minute. Alright, Donis, if you ever wanted to be my friend, now's the goddamn time. Please, save me. Alright, we're gonna go hide over here. Alright, this is a bit more of a dire situation than we've had so far. Gladiator. Yes, anything I can think of to increase the chance of befriending this guy. You're running over here? Okay. Alright, Brigantia, I need you to kind of double back over and block the strait. That would be quite handy. Yeah, so we have to wait till we have 2,000 to even try and besiege this. We're going to use up all of our manpower in this war. That's just the state that we're in. Okay. Things are okay. We have options here. Fortunately, I've played this campaign basically without any major mistakes up until now. Starting this war right now when I didn't have access to a fleet or a good general was a pretty boneheaded mistake. I'll fully admit that. Eudocia wants stone? Okay. Cool. I'm gonna chill here, wait for our morale to go back up. There's no need to rush. I'm gonna really, yeah, like, Voluntia Orientalis remains a very good defensive spot. It's behind a river, it's in the forest, we got a 4 bonus. They're gonna have to, these guys aren't gonna be able to siege Rebalgia Orientalis because they don't have enough numbers. They would need, I think they do need 2,000, even if it's not a full garrison. So we're pretty secure up here. Now, if only this blocked this passageway, so now they can walk over to my very vulnerable territory up here, namely Boness. I'm very worried about depopulation. I just have to hope that these guys, where are these guys going? Garthwaite. Are they going to walk over the strait? I guess that might be what they're doing. But I need them to block these guys. You know, actually, if I had access to Artio still, this would be a pretty, in the next 2 years, maybe. I probably won't take 2 years. We shall see what ends up happening. Everyone likes gold. Yeah, screw it. Big debt for my guy. I need the fleet back to block the strait. This is a nightmare situation if I don't. We're oh my god. Yeah, they're all going over. Look at all these strait crossings the enemy gets to do while my fleet is hiding up here in the north of the universe. Sheesh. Alright. This is an unfortunate situation. You really gonna make this attack, dude? Just post up an alt clip. You're behind a river, in a forest. Don't do that attack. Yes! Yes! Friendship with Donis. Our efforts to encourage a friendship. I think this is wrong. I think it needs one day to update. Monthly tick update? 15 for Friend of the Ruler. There's no way it's 32 with Friend of the Ruler. Yeah, it was at 32. This is just wrong. Monthly tick, this should update and we get our fleet back. That's one good thing at the least. There it. Oh god, okay. Holy crap, guys. Okay, well now that he's my friend, I'm getting greedy again. if he's friend of the ruler, this is a permanent modifier as far as I know. He should remain a good boy. I don't know if it's worth it though to play around because he's got 3 bad loyalty traits, one of which is ambitious. So I feel like I just need to do it. Let me. It would feel like a waste if I did this and I kept him, but I just need to see what caliber of Master Mariner are we talking about here. Let's try this out. A sailor will join your court, though he yearns to return to sea. So because, unlike my generals, I can actually assign my admirals, let's promote a Master Mariner. 20 military experience is quite expensive, but I was planning to sort of soon build a second fleet, so, or maybe split this into 2 fleets, so let's do it. Monapia and promote Master Mariner. Yes. Okay. Who did we get? Where's my Master Mariner? I didn't get a pop-up of who it was, so I just gotta milk it like this. Did I not get a Master Mariner? I think Drop Ace was a character already. Where's my Master... Hold on. Is she my Master Mariner? No, that's my wife. I know who she is. Where is my Master Mariner? What are the naval traits? Tough. Hold on. I can't search by trait. Let's search by... We're already searching Monopian characters. Is this my Master Mariner? No, she's an existing character. Where the hell is the Master Mariner? I just spent so many resources to create him. A sailor will join your court. Maybe on the monthly tick I get it. Let's wait for the monthly tick. Also, while I'm waiting for the monthly tick, I'm gonna have you come back here and block these goddamn straits. Actually, yeah. Alright. I didn't even, because there were 3 guys here before, I didn't even get a character. I mean, I got the modifier, which doesn't do that much. War hero. Military tech investment. It's not going to matter at all. I'm not doing any techs. I think I literally just didn't get a character. I think it's bugged. God, that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess technically Brokusa might have to be my Master Mariner, because if only I could assign goddamn women to be admirals. Come on, you guys. I'm struggling here. Alright, I think what we do... I think we post up in Ismanian to try and draw the Volunteans back over, and then we hopefully have these Oblonians come join us. Because we're going to slowly recover there. Come on, why do you take that attack? God damn it. I need you to not be taking attacks like that. How can... Brigantia is allowed to have female officers? That's a female... Oh, wait, no, that's the tribal chief. Never mind. I guess tribal chiefs can be female. I think. Guess I'm not sure about that. Alright, well, we got 2,000 now, so we're going to siege them down. So we're working on it. That's good. We're going to get the mess. Don't depopulate it in my land. Alright, what we got to do... We got to wait till we have another... I think we wait till we have these 500. God, but... I'm fighting 2, so I can't just assault. That's not going to work. I think we have to siege Ismanian naturally, and then assault Winiknia Borealis. Because the thing is, I'm not going to have enough with 2,000 to do an assault. This is going to be a mess. I mean, fortunately, they can't reach Manalia without a fleet. So my southern lands, they can't get super fast. But all this... This is going to be bad. I'm going to need you to not go that direction, please. Alright, Brigantia's coming over. Good. Status quo. Yeah, I probably can't win the assault with just 2,000. I need more. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Dropace was already a character, and he does have a trait that... Actually, this trait doesn't help Maritime. I guess Tinko Maris might have to do 6. That's so bad, though. Yeah, I think that either that decision is bugged, which is unfortunate, because I just spent 20 of a very difficult to get resource to do that decision, or this Master Mariner is a woman, and I'm not allowed to use her, and I just didn't see her in the list. It's hard to be me. What can I say? So the storm is clearing. Very good. Once Brigantia arrives, especially because these guys are going off somewhere, I think I'll do the assault. Maybe I'll wait for these guys too. More Brigantine losses is totally fine. Yeah, especially with these guys coming up. Breach? Oh, I'll definitely be doing an assault now they got the breach. Once these guys arrive. With the breach and with 3,000, I should be able to just push over to Onychnia Borealis and just go for it. I'm going to take a very lengthy peacetime after this series of wars. So it's okay if I use all my manpower in the effort. 22nd, February 23rd. Alright. Wait for the siege timer to be done also. So we got one more round of population destruction. Supply shortage, alright, we're going to do it now. Yeah, the breach is going to really increase the assault. So we may not even take tons of damage, he says, hopefully. But being proven wrong immediately. Come on. There we go. Did not depopulate. Whew. That is good. Siege of Bismanian is done. Let the looting be gentle. Alright. So importantly, we now control this fort, which actually matters much more than controlling it for being the capital. This is going to block... So now they can't get through the strait very well, because they get to here... They either go into Ismanian or into Voluntia Orientalis, and they can't proceed elsewhere. So that's good. And this combination force... Can I maybe scare these guys away from this move order? I cannot, so let's not do that move order. Let's just stay here for now. We're in a forest with a river, like before. Just keep posted up here. Actually, you know what? This 3,000 stack, they can't reach Onychnia Borealis, because they have to siege through one of these 3 forts that are in this line blocking them. So what we can do is head up here, and then once this force is committed to sieging, maybe we strike it at whichever one we're not at, then we keep going over. Yeah, without fleets, they can't... Actually, yeah, hold on. Let's let them cross back over, and then... I guess they could depopulate this, but I think that's probably okay. Coastal areas are a lot easier for me to repopulate later, so let's let them cross over, and then we block the strait to keep them here. Because we control Noante still, so they can't come back over. Yeah, Brigantia is going to go re-siege my stuff. We're actually okay right now. We're in an okay spot right now. We're in an okay spot right now. Make sure that... Yep, still no ships. These guys could actually hire boats if they wanted to. Where do I see their ship power? Not in this screen, apparently. Well, it's 0 and 0, so we're fine. Actually, wait here. Wait for us to... Hey, we got a daughter, Brenwyn. Cool. Once these guys are out of the way... Yeah, here we go. We'll just sneak past. They're going to siege this down. My goal here is to just get out of the way before these guys arrive. So it looks like they're going to gather up in Voluntia Orientalis. This force of 3,790, once they're combined, is quite scary, and I need to not fight it. But fortunately, I think the 1K can back up, but this force shouldn't be able to sneak through here with the 1K. So they're going to have to split up again if they want to follow me over here. Should be fine. Yeah, after this war, I'm going to take a lengthy period of recovery, both for manpower purposes and just to do some internal affairs. I desperately need to rid myself of that particular chief. You're going to come over here, block this way. Once my fleet is here, these guys shouldn't be able to back up back over here. I'm scared about them depopulating more of these areas, so I just gotta be careful. Alright, Monapia is fully under control. If I could do separate pieces in this game, which you can, but it's not very easy to do, yeah, I'm going to have to do the peace deals together. So just so I know what we're dealing with, we're going to want to get this fully, and then we'll go deal with that. Now, Ablania did grab this before I could get to it. This is in the central, or rather in the, this is in the western Hibernian province, so this is not on my list super soon. I might honestly give this to Ablania in the peace deal, just so Winiknia is fully destroyed, so I can sell their nobles, because I really need some cash right about now. Man, I'm such a bloodthirsty tyrant. What can I say? I'm like the sea reaver. I'm the reaver of Manawia, you know? Going around. Actually, the fact that my strategy in this game really is, like, literally enslaving and selling nobility, it is rather, like, sea reavery, you know? Like, I'm not really a pirate. I am actually, like, taking over land, you know? I feel like the comparison I would like to draw, because it's flattering to me, is I'm like the Ironborn from The Song of Ice and Fire. Maybe not so much like the Ironborn from the Game of Thrones show. Maybe not like them at all, but the from the book series, they're pretty cool. Euron in the books is a very good villain. Euron in the show is better left forgotten about, I think. Alright, so we're going to do just an assault, I think immediately. I think we should be okay numbers-wise. This is kind of pushing it, though. I think we'll wait for the monthly tick and then we start the assault. The monthly tick for me, not for the siege. Oh, oh, never mind. We're not... Yeah, okay, they're splitting across. Okay, so these guys... Yeah, we're going to do the siege naturally for a bit, because these forces are also coming. If we can wait for the Ablanians to arrive to join us, this siege will be... This assault would be much better. Now, they shouldn't be able to cross over because I control 1/2 of the straight crossing. So if they just want to... Yeah, if they just want to run around and be goofy, that's okay. Okay, they're not going to siege it. They're going back and forth on it. They're deciding what to do. Unclear what their plan will ultimately be. Okay, so they're going to come down here, so they can't cross back over. So me controlling the fleet right now is actually quite important. We wait till these guys arrive. 4 martial... Yeah, no. We have the highest martial character around, fortunately. Then we do the assault once the Ablanians get here. Alright. They're just going to work on that. That's totally fine. Yeah, we just gotta... Before these guys get here, because with the 10 martial, they could assume control. Once Ablania arrives, we will do the assault. Plow through the rest of our manpower. But it's for a good cause. What's the population like around here? 3 population should be totally safe. Not safe enough to do more of a sack, but it is going to be probably safe to take in the war. So that's good. 30 centralization for that. When's my city finished? 1st of January 465. That's an auspicious day for the city to finish. Nice stuff there. Alright. You gotta be kidding me, Brigantia. Brigantia, let me tell you something, Brigantia. There are 2 straits into northern Hibernia. One of them leads directly into almost 4,000 very angry Hibernians, and the other one is protected by 3 rings of forts and doesn't have any Hibernians around, except for my allies, the Ablanians, the good Hibernians. So, this guy with the 10 martial, this other Brigantine general, I see why this guy's got 10 martial. He knows not to cross over into the Strait of Death, but rather to go around through Alt-Clit into the Rabogdian Strait. Very, very telling, I feel. So they're going to do this goofy fight. Totally fine. We can do the assault now. Let's just go for it. Yeah, let's just go for it. Use up all of our manpower. But we should have enough to do the assault. Sacked it too. The reason we're getting all these sacks, by the way, if you remember my other campaigns, the sacking is kind of irregular. It's because our like player character, I guess you'd say, the ruler of the nation, is the general in charge. So sacking is a general in charge decision, so that's why. Alright, now we wait for this all to change control, and then we finish the war, because they won't do a peace deal before that. And I think we just give this to Ablania so that these guys get fully annexed. I'm okay with Ablania controlling a bit more of the border with me, because I'm their friend. I don't think there's any need to actually break my alliance with them immediately. I guess it might be okay, because I don't know if they're going to actually declare war on me, even if I broke my alliance. Maybe I'd do a league with them? I'll have to think about that. A couple ways to deal with the Ablania situation. Having Ablania and Brigantia be my allies for now is fine. There's no need to make any rash decisions with that. Alright, that's enough. Now we do the peace deal. Alright, so we're going to give this little part to Ablania. They already have territory in Hibernia Occidentalis, so it's not really changing that much. They actually should like me for this quite a bit, so that's good. Less AE as well. The rest of this goes to me. With this, I should now fully control... Yeah, we can see here from the overlay. I should fully control Hibernia Septentrionalis. Actually, the first location I fully control. And this, actually, now that I think about it, I think we do break the Ablanian alliance, or maybe we hold it because we're going to get claims from a mission on Ablanian territory. But if we're allied with them, the claims won't upset them as much. But if we're not going to fight them for a while though. I think we just eat the 10%. I think Ablania and Brigantia will now both border me across my southern borders of the two sides of Caledonia, the Hibernian side and the Britannia side. So it's probably worth, because would I pay 10% to not be attacked from the south? I think I would. 10% PI. Let's go for it. Increase my rank to regional power? Holy crap, alright. I'm at 25 already? Holy crap, dude. Alright, I wasn't expecting to be regional power quite yet. Absolutely. Alright, so looks like the Ablanians got the Winiknian elite event, not me. A little unfortunate, but I will go for this. Take what I can get. It is still, I think, better to add more Ablanian territory to block me off, because this is actually uncolonized, so basically my south is just Ablania, which makes the next war very easy. Anyways, the insular Celtic local power of Winiknia, who I guess gave their nobles to Ablania, accepts this peace deal. Voluntian Hibernia Septentrionalis and Winiknian Hibernia Septentrionalis to Monapia, Winiknian Hibernia Occidentalis to Ablania. My tribal chief Talorc Bolgius, we have increased in rank and are now a regional power country instead of a local power, because we have 25 territories. So we can now guarantee, we are now actually, all of a sudden, the most powerful nation. Look at our name spreading across there. The most powerful nation in Britannia, really in Albion, I should say. I don't think there's any other regional powers anywhere in this part of the world. That's pretty cool. All of this just through some reaving. So I don't know for sure what all the different changes and modifiers are. We do get one more clan chief, which is actually pretty important because this may give us finally a good martial clan chief. If we get a really good martial clan chief, I may hold off on my scheme to assassinate the one guy. I'll have to think about it. Also, I think our name became more, yeah, we got the regional power flag. This is quite cursed, I think, actually, the regional power Monapia. After less than 15 years, we've become a regional power. I think that's a pretty good pace. I think we've made it pretty far, pretty fast, so I shouldn't complain so much. Making gains. I think I will go for this to get the Conqueror statue in where? Voluntia Occidentalis. It's an interesting spot to pick. Extra assimilation speed over here. You know, I might actually turn this into a provincial legation spot for this area and move the fort elsewhere. And maybe also move the capital now that I have all this territory. I have a lot of territory micro to do. Actually, let's do that all at the start of the next episode. I'm almost at my time limit, so thank you all so much for watching this very expansionistic episode of the Monapia campaign. I'll see you all next time.